Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really fun birthday cake. It's funfetti, it's full of sprinkles on the top and on the inside. So let's get started. To make the funfetti cake, we're going to need 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of butter, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of almond extract, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then we're going to be using 3 egg whites only, 3 tablespoons of plain yogurt. You can also use sour cream if you want, and a quarter cup of regular milk. And we're going to be using 1/4 cup of these sprinkles inside the cake batter. You're also going to need a couple extra cups of these sprinkles in order to decorate. And we're going to be using our buttercream recipe, which we'll link for you, to also finish off the cake. Our first step is to mix our flour and our baking powder and salt into one medium-sized bowl. And I'm just going to take a whisk and just whisk it up and set it aside. Next step is to combine our milk and our yogurt into, I just needed a slightly bigger bowl here. I'm going to give it a stir till it's mostly incorporated there. And then just like the flour mixture, I'm going to set that off to the side as well. Now, using my stand mixer, I'm going to briefly cream my butter. And now I'm going to add in the sugar, and then I'm going to cream that till it's nice and fluffy. So once the butter and sugar is nice and fluffy, we're going to put in our egg whites and our almond and our vanilla extract, which I have together here. And I'm just going to mix it on low until it all comes together. The next step is to take our flour mixture and our milk and yogurt mixture, and we're going to alternate adding them into our batter here. So I'm going to put about half of the flour mixture in, and you can just be approximate at this point. Mix it slightly and add half the milk. Let that stir. Now, before I put any more in, I want to give my bowl a scrape just to make sure all the flour is in there and getting mixed around. And I'll put the rest of the flour in. And I'm going to turn it on, put the rest in my milk, and then let it mix. So before I put my sprinkles in, I want to make sure that my cake pan is greased and ready to go into the preheated oven. The oven needs to be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the reason I do that, I wait, is because sometimes these sprinkles, the coating on them will run and it will make your cake batter just like a real mess, really. It won't obtain the original colors on each of the little sprinkles. So I always add my sprinkles last. Now this cake is going to be into a 6-inch pan, and if you want to get away with an 8-inch, you can as well, but you will need more batter if you're trying to put it into a 9. So I'm going to put these in, mix it up, and pop it into the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. When your cakes have finished baking completely, you want to bring them out onto a cooling rack and let them cool completely before you start to ice them. So once the cakes are cool, I'm going to put some of my vanilla buttercream on top of the first layer here. I'm just going to spread it around evenly, just like that. You don't have to go right to the edge because when you put the top on, it will press out. And what I'm going to do now is just put the top right on like that. Now I'm going to pop it into the freezer for about 10 minutes because when I go to ice around the outside, I want the inside to be solidified and not move around when I press on it. Once your cake has come out of the freezer, you're just going to finish it and cover the entire thing with the buttercream. You want to get your sprinkles ready next because we want to put it into a large container or like a baking sheet, because I'm going to put the sprinkles on while the buttercream is still soft and before it's crusted over, because you want to make sure that the sprinkles have something to stick to. So I'm going to do this quickly and get set up. So I've got my cake here in just a larger cake pan, but like I said, you can also use a baking sheet. And I'm going to take a handful of sprinkles and I'm just going to start at the bottom. This is really messy. And I'm just going to press up and onto the top of the cake like this. So the cake pan itself also helps like preserve your sprinkles so you can use them again in this cake here like this. So just keep going around all the way around your cake. And then I'll come back and I'll show you how to do the top. So I've got my sides done. Now to do the top, I'm just going to take some more of the extra sprinkles that are around the sides and just press them onto the top gently. Some of the sides some of the top you can see got covered while I was doing the sides. It kind of happens that way. And if you're missing any spots and you see any like bald patches, just go back and press the sprinkles into there. So I'm going to clean this up and I'll be back to finish the video. So there you go, everybody. I've cut a piece out of the Funfetti cake so you can see the sprinkles inside and out. So I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a birthday cake today using Funfetti inside and out. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel and you can find us on Google+, Twitter, and on Facebook. See you next time.